Do I smile?
With the show of hands, how many of you would stop to pick up coins off the ground? All of you. What about if the coin was a penny? Still all of you. The penny has been an important piece of currency for a long time. Now many people have thoughts on removing the penny from use in circulation. There are pros and cons to keeping the penny in circulation, and there are many valid arguments to support each side. My arguments are credible because I have done extensive research using credible websites and some credible videos. There are two different ideas about keeping the penny today, and now I'll explain each side of the argument. One view is to remove the penny from circulation. According to Amy Livingston in her 2021 article, Should We Get Rid of the Penny? 8 Reasons to Keep It versus Eliminate It. She says that pennies are so hard to spend that many don't even bother. They just store them in all jars or even throw them away. Livingston says there's nothing you can buy with a single penny today. Even vending machines and most parking meters will not accept them. From the previously stated article from Amy, according to the 2020 annual report from the U.S. Mint, it now costs 1.8 cents to make 1 penny, or 1 cent. From the same article, it says in 1996, Government Accounting Office reported 2/3 of pennies do not circulate. As a result, the Mint must also keep making more pennies, costing more money. In 2020, the Mint shipped out more pennies than nickels, dimes, and quarters combined, with over 8 billion pennies. And it added up to $61 million lost on the production of pennies in just that 1 year. As stated from procon.org in its 2018 article, Should the Penny Stay in Circulation? Top 3 pros and cons, it infers that eliminating pennies would save time at the point of purchase without hurting consumers and businesses. A study by Walgreens and the National Association of Convenience Stores found that pennies add 2 to 2.5 seconds to each cash transaction. As a result, the average person wastes 730 seconds or 12 minutes paying with pennies. From the same article, procon.org, it mentions that an estimation from the Citizens to Retire the Penny says that 107 billion cash transactions in the U.S. annually add up to 120 million hours between customers and employees. That costs the U.S. economy $2 billion each year. Many people agree with this idea of taking the penny out of circulation, but now I will explain how keeping the penny in circulation is a good idea for the customer, the government, and even cancer patients. My view is to keep the penny coin in circulation. Mark Willer states in his 2011 article, No, and Should the Penny Be Retired, that the penny helps keep high prices in check. The alternative to the penny is rounding all transactions to the nearest nickel. That would make goods and services like buying a gallon of gas or a gallon of milk or groceries more expensive, and most prices would be rounded up. This is to maximize business profits, and with those prices, it would only hurt consumers every time they shop. From the previously stated article from procon.org, a penny can be used for many decades and is more cost efficient to produce than a nickel is to make. With pennies gone, the U.S. Mint would have to make more nickels. This would cost an estimated $10.9 million annually than it would cost to keep making pennies, because the metals and the production to make a nickel is more expensive than compared to pennies. From the same article from procon.org, nickels have been on average been made at a loss of $2.58 per coin to the government compared to 65 cents lost from a penny. As stated by the bestgedclasses.org in their 2021 article, Should the Penny Stay in Circulation, they say that pennies have raised billions of pennies in support for charity. Some organizations such as Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the Salvation Army, and the Ronald McDonald House asked people to donate pennies and raise funds, and in 2009, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society collected 15 billion pennies. That's $150 million for blood cancer research and treatment. From the same article, they mentioned that organization called Common Sense has run a Pennies from the Heart program for 20 years that has raised over $850,000 for local charities. In conclusion, there's pros and cons to keep the penny coin in circulation, and many points to each side of the argument. There are many understanding counters about my opinion, but I think the penny should stay in circulation. So next time you see a penny on the ground, think twice about what you can do with it or who you can help with.